Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well. We're going to continue with our 1969 one-and-done tournament using Strat-O-Matic baseball card and dice with advanced and some super advanced rules played to my liking. And this is the second matchup in the Sweet 16. And we have the top 8 teams who automatically had byes, and their opponents are teams who had to win their way in from the first round of 16. In this matchup, we'll have the number 15 seeded Montreal Expos taking on the number 2 seeded New York Mets. The Expos, in a shocking upset in the first round of 16, defeated the Pittsburgh Pirates 8-6. Can they do it again? Expos were 52 and 110. The Mets would win the World Series in 1969 over the Baltimore Orioles. In this tournament, they are the 2 seed with 100 victories and 62 losses. Let's get to the starting lineups and roll some Strat-O-Matic baseball. Bears Den 007 is at the ballpark here in Shea. For the Expos, the starting lineup: Klein will be in center. Sutherland will be at second. La Grande Alarange, Rusty Staub, will be in right. Batting fourth, the mayor of Jonestown, Mac Jones, he's in left. Coco LeBoy will bat fifth and play third. Ron Fairley is at first. Brand will do the catching. Wine will be at short. And Stoneman will do the pitching. Bill Stoneman, 11 wins, 19 losses, 4.39 earned run average. He'll have to pitch a doozy if the Expos have any hope of progressing to the Elite Eight. For the Mets, Boswell will lead off and play second base. Tommy Agee's in center. Art Shamsky's in right. Cleon Jones is in left. He's the cleanup hitter. Don Clendenin plays first. Jerry Grody does the catching. Bud Harrelson plays short and bats 7th. Wayne Garrett will play third and bat 8th. Tom Seaver bats 9th and will do the pitching. Tom Seaver, an absolutely tremendous 1969. 25 wins, 7 losses, 2.21 earned run average. So here we go. Who will advance to the Elite Eight? Game 1 of the Sweet 16 between the Orioles and Padres is up on the channel, and it was quite a good one. So Tom Seaver, right-handed thrower. Point of weakness check starts in the 8th. Bill Stoneman is a right-handed thrower. Point of weakness check starts in the 6th. That'll bring up the left-handed batting center fielder Ty Klein. Tom Seaver's ready to work. Here's the pitch to Ty Klein. Ball game on its way. 4-7. Left-handed batter. 4-7 and a 1. And that's a shot to center. And that's going to get over Agee's head. It's a leadoff double for Ty Klein. So that's quite a rude welcome for Tom Seaver here at Shea. Once again, a 4-7 double 1 through 4. We rolled a 1, so a leadoff double, and here come the Expos. Remember, they put up 8 runs against the Pirates. So Klein is at second. Expos already threatening. And here's Gary Sutherland. Sutherland, the second baseman. Right-handed batter, B. Bunter. And he is going to lay down the bunt. They're going to play for the bunt. So he'll go from an A bunter to... He's an A bunter. I think I said B bunter by accident. He'll go to a B bunter. Here's the pitch. Sutherland squares, and that's a 7. That should be good enough on a B bunting. And it is. Fielding it is Clendenin. He turns and throws to Boswell, who's covering on the wheel play. So a sack bunt for Sutherland. Advancing to third is Klein. as that goes 3-4. Steelers fan 1933 is at the ballpark. Hope all is well. So Klein is at third, 1 out, and here's La Grande à l'Orange. Rusty Staub on deck. Mac Jones. Staub looking to give the Expos an early lead here. Digs in the left-hander's batter's box. Jerry Grody goes through the sign. Sets the target. The pitch to La Grande à l'Orange. Rusty Staub, and that is a 2-3. What will it be? We shall see. 2-3. Ground ball. First base A. It's a hard hit ground ball to Clendenin. And he looks. Klein back. Klein does not go. And he takes it to the bag himself. So Staub grounds out to Don Clendenin. There are 2 outs now. It'll be up to Mac Jones, the mayor of Jonestown. Seaver looking to pitch out of this mini jam. Jones, left-handed batter. Seaver picks up the sign. The leg kick and the pitch to Mac Jones. Klein's at third, 2 outs. 2-7. 2-7. Swing and a miss. So Tom Seaver, after the leadoff double and the sacrifice bunt, gets Staub and Jones, and the side is retired. Great job by Tom Terrific, and that is a squander if you're an Expos fan. We go to the bottom of the first. Boswell, AG, and Shamsky are due up to face Bill Stoneman. And you can see a disappointed Expos dugout. They thought they were going to at least put 1 run up after that leadoff double. So here comes Ken Boswell, left-handed batter. Second baseman. I'd like to say hello to Bob Lilly at the ballpark. As he says, love that Met team. I'd like to say hello to RJL518. Thank you for joining us. Check out his channel. Here's Ken Boswell, and he's going to face Bill Stoneman. Stoneman picks up the sign from Brand. The pitch to Ken Boswell. 4-4. Will it close the door? Left-handed batter. 4-4. Ground ball, third base. The third baseman is Coco LeBoy. He is a 4 defender for range and an 11. 4-11 goes to an error check. LeBoy is an E27, and that's a 6. And Coco LeBoy boots the ball. Boswell will reach. 3 through 8 is a clean error. 2 through 8 is an error. A 2 would have been a 2-base error. So Boswell reaches on the E5. He's at first. Not a threat to steal. And that brings up Tommy Agee. Agee, the center fielder, right-handed batter. Boswell will be held on. He's a C-stealer. So that will cut down the range of the first baseman fairly. He goes from a 2 to a 3. They're trying to turn 2 here. The windup and the pitch to Tommy Agee. 2-12. Righty-righty matchup. 2-12. And he is hit by the pitch. We're not playing injuries. Advancing to second is Boswell, so a very horrible start here for the Expos. An error on LeBoy, and now Stoneman hits Agee with the pitch. Came a little too far inside. First and second, no outs. And here's the right fielder, Art Shamsky, left-handed batter. Brand goes out to have a quick word with Stoneman. Now back behind the plate, squats down, sets the target. Here's the pitch, homeward bound to Art Shamsky. 3-4, hoping for the double play ball here. Right-handed pitcher, 3-4, ground ball. Second base, they're not going to be able to turn 2. They get the middle runner, 1 out, and it's going to be first and third. So AG's erased on the fielder's choice. Boswell goes to third. Again, we're not playing injuries. As that goes 4-6 on the fielder's choice. First and third, 1 out. As AG went in hard. And Wine couldn't get anything on the throw. So Boswell is at third. Shamsky's at first. 1 out for Cleon Jones. Can he give the Mets an early lead here? Right-handed batter. Brand wiggles the fingers. Stoneman nods his head. The pitch to Cleon Jones. 6-10. Right-handed batter. 6-10. Fly ball center field. Going back. Making the catch is Klein. And that's going to be deep enough to score the runner at third. Ken Boswell. 1-0 Mets. Fly ball B. So Boswell trots in. That's an unearned run. Cleon Jones picks up a ribby. 2 outs. Shamsky still at first. 1-0 Mets. So the Mets do what the Expos could not do. Score the runner from third with under 2 outs. Shamsky will not be held on. It'll be a +2, 1 through 13. And here comes Don Clendenin. Let's see what Clendenin can do. Stoneman nods his head. The leg kick and the pitch to Clendenin. 6-10. Righty-righty matchup. 6-10. That's going to be another fly ball lifted to center field. Racing back. Making the catch is Klein. And the side is retired. But the Mets score 1. It's an unearned run. We go to the top of the second. 1-0 Metropolitans. Due up for the Expos. LeBoy, Fairley, and Brand. So Tom Seaver has a 1-run lead to work with. Dave Little at the ballpark, hope all is well. Here's Coco LeBoy, right-handed batting third baseman. Jerry Grody behind the plate. Goes through the signs. Here's the pitch from Seaver to LeBoy. 5-2, how do you do? Righty-righty matchup. 5-2, ground ball, second base Boswell. Boswell is a 3 range, and we rolled a 5. 3-5. Boswell comes up with it, throws to first, 1 down. So LeBoy is retired. Ken Castro, hope all is well, as he says, let's go Expos. 1 out for the former Dodger, Ron Fairley, left-handed stick. The pitch to Fairley. Seaver fires in. A 2-3. What will it be? We shall see. Right-handed pitcher. 2-3. Fly ball to left. Waiting for it and making the catch is Cleon Jones. 2 away. Now bring up the right-handed batting catcher, Ron Brand. Seaver's looking for a 1-2-3 inning. He deals quickly to Brand. 4-8. 4-8. Ball 4. So Brand works a walk, tying run at first. Brand has okay speed, 1 through 13. But the very weak-hitting shortstop, Bobby Wine, steps to the plate. On deck is Stoneman. Brand will not be held on. The pitch to Wine. Will he age fine? It's a 2-6. 2-6. And line shot. Garrett makes the catch. Great reaction by the Met third baseman. 1-6 would have been a hit down the line. We rolled an 8, and that's a line out to Garrett at third. Very good reaction. We go to the bottom of the second, still 1-0 Mets. Due up for the Mets, Jerry Grody, Bud Harrelson, and Wayne Garrett, who just made that play. Dave Gardner at the ballpark. Hope all is well. Check out his wonderful YouTube channel. Of course, Digital to Dice with him and Uncle Ron Juckett. Best podcast out there. And HockeyTournaments.com for all your hockey tournaments needs. So Stoneman back up on the perch. Here's Jerry Grody. Grody, right-handed batting catcher. Brand sets the target to his counterpart. Here's the pitch to Jerry Grody. Stoneman tosses up a 4-3. What will it be? We shall see. 4-3. Fly ball, punch to right. Fielding check for Rusty Staub. He's a 4. That's a 20. He will make the catch. Coming in. Wow, that wasn't wow. If it was a 4-18 or 19, it would have dropped in, but it's a 4-20. So Staub makes the catch. It wasn't as automatic as I thought. And Grody is retired. So La Grande à l'Orange is a happy camper. Had it been an 18 or a 19, that's a single dropping it. One out for the shortstop, Bud Harrelson. The pitch to Bud. Stoneman fires in a 6-11, trying to overpower Harrelson. Switch hitter batting lefty. So 6-11, that's a single to right. Harrelson rakes the fastball. So a one-out single for Bud Harrelson. 1-0 Mets. Harrelson's an E-stealer, will not be held on. And that brings up Wayne Garrett, left-handed batting third baseman. Stoneman hoping for the double play. He kicks and deals to Wayne Garrett. 1-6. Pick up some sticks. 1-6. And that's a walk. They pitch very carefully to Garrett. Why, I don't know. So with one out, Harrelson's now at second. Garrett's at first with the free pass. And here comes the pitcher, Tom Seaver. Seaver is a B bunter. And he uses pitcher's hitting card 1, which is nothing but bad. And they're going to play for the bunt. He'll be a C bunter. Here's the pitch from Stoneman. Seaver squares. It's a good bunt. That's a 5. That's going to advance the runners to second and third. So on the C5, Stoneman fields it, thinks about going to third, but takes the sure out at first as he throws to Sutherland, covering the bag. So that is a sack bunt for Seaver. And that goes 1-4. Advancing to third is Harrelson. Garrett goes to second. There's now 2 outs, as the Mets played it quite safely there. Not wanting to bang into a double play. Top of the order for Kenny Boswell. Boswell reached on the error by Coco LeBoy and then would score on the sac fly by Cleon Jones. Second and third. Can Boswell drive in a couple of runs here for the Metropolitans? The pitch to Kenny Boswell. Stoneman tosses up a 3-9. Right-handed pitcher, 3-9. Swing and a miss on the breaking pitch. So Stoneman comes up big. The Mets leave 2 in scoring position. We go to the top of the third. 1-0 Mets here at Shea. The winner advances to the Elite 8 round of our 1-and-done 1969 tournament. Boswell very disappointed as he goes out to the field. Sports Time Machines at the ballpark. Check out our good friend, Mr. Utah Mike. That's Sports Time Machine. Due up in the top of the third For the Expos, Stoneman, the pitcher, in the top of the order, Klein and Sutherland. Stoneman also uses pitcher's hitting card number 1, which is god awful. Seaver deals quickly to his counterpart Stoneman, and that's a 2-6 and strike 3 looking. Seaver's second strikeout makes quick work of his counterpart Bill Stoneman, who doesn't even swing the stick. Top of the order, Ty Klein. He doubled and was bunted over to third, but could go no farther. Expos had a golden opportunity to get a run early. Let's see what Klein can do here. He awaits the Seaver offering, pitch homeward bound, and that's a 5-12 for Ty Klein, left-handed batter. 5-12, ground ball to first. Fielding check for Don Clendenton. He's a 3, and that's a 20. He should make this play, but let's not assume, as I did the other time. So Clendenton on the 3-20 grabs it, races to the bag himself for out number 2. So Klein is retired on the ground out to Clendenton. 2 outs, base is empty. For Sutherland, he had a sac bunt in the first that sent Klein to third. On deck is La Grande à l'Orange, Rusty Staub. Here's the windup and the pitch to Gary Sutherland. 2-8. Righty-righty matchup. 2-8. Ground ball to third. Garrett has it. Throws across the diamond to Clendenton. And 1-2-3. Go the Expos. We go to the bottom of the third. 1-0 Mets. Due up for the Metropolitans, Tommy Agee, Art Shamsky, and Cleon Jones. If anyone gets on, Don Clendenton. So here's Tommy Agee. Agee was hit by a pitch. No official at bat. The windup and the pitch from Stoneman to Agee. 2-9 to Tommy Agee. 2-9. Strike 3, inside corner. Agee doesn't like the call, but it's a second consecutive strikeout for Stoneman. He struck out Boswell to end the second. So 1 away. Agee still mumbling to himself. And here comes left-handed batting right fielder Art Shamsky, reached on a fielder's choice. Brand goes through the sign. Stoneman nods his head. The windup and the pitch to Shamsky. And that is a 6-5 left-handed batter. 6-5 and a 10. Shamsky has normal power. He sends that ball deep to center field. Bye-bye, baby. Art Shamsky will touch them all. As Klein just turns and looks, and it is 2-0 Metropolitans on the bippity-boppity-boom to the moon, Alice. Boom goes the ball, and Art Shamsky, Robbie Romano's favorite baseball player, touches them all. 2-0. Mets here in the bottom of the third. Shamsky got all of that. Again, that was a 6-5. Home run 1 through 12. We rolled a 10. 13 through 20. It would have been a double, but it's a bye-bye birdie. And just like that, the Mets are up 2-0. So 1 out as Shamsky gets congratulations in the dugout. And here comes Cleon Jones. Mets hoping to go back-to-back jacks. Stoneman, a bit of worry on his face now. He rocks and fires to Cleon Jones. He's challenging Jones. It's a 2-6. 2-6. Ground ball back to Stoneman. He snares it. Throws to first. 2 away. Shea Stadium still abuzz from the Shamsky blast. Base is empty. 2 outs for Don Clendenton, the first baseman. He flew out to center. Brand sets the target. The pitch to Don Clendenton. 6-8. Righty-righty matchup. 6-8. Swing and a miss. Got tied up with the inside fastball. K number 3 for Stoneman. But he gives up the solo blast to Shamsky. We go to the top of the 4th, 2-0 Mets. Due up in the top of the 4th for the Expos, La Grande à l'Orange, Rusty Staub, Mac Jones, the mayor of Jonestown, and Coco LeBoy. Stoneman has given up 2 runs, but only 1 is earned. The home run from Shamsky. The other one was aided on the Coco LeBoy error, as our good friend RJL says, Shamsky! So here comes Rusty Staub, grounded to first. He's 0 for 1. Seaver deals to La Grande à l'Orange, 6-4. Will it close the door on Staub? Left-handed batter, 6-4. Fly ball center field. Tommy Agee is a 1. It's a 16. Agee, 1-16. He has a beat on it. Racing back, reaching up. He makes the catch. And La Grande à l'Orange is 0 for 2 as he flies out to Agee. That brings up the mayor of Jonestown, Mac Jones. He was a strikeout victim of Tom Terrific. Jerry Grody wiggles the fingers, sets the target, the pitch to Mac Jones, and we're looking at a 4-11. Jones, left-handed batter, 4-11, ball 4. So Mac Jones works a walk. Mac Jones is a D-stealer who will not be held on. Tying run comes to the plate, and Coco LeBoy, he wants to make up for that error. He grounded out to second. He's 0 for 1. 1 out, 1 on. Boswell and Harrelson pinch the middle, hoping to turn 2. Seaver takes a deep breath. He kicks and deals to Coco LeBoy. That's a 1-10 to Coco LeBoy. Righty-righty matchup, 1-10, and Coco LeBoy launches as deep and far to left. It is gone. Coco LeBoy makes up for his error in a big way. We have a 2-2 ball game. That was a hanging curveball, and Coco LeBoy said bippity-boppity boom to the moon. Boom goes the ball, and Coco LeBoy just touched them all. To the sounds of silence here at Shea. That was a 1-10. Home run 1 through 14. We rolled a 5. So a 2-run blast by LeBoy. And you can hear the cheers from north of the border. Jones scores ahead of him. So the walk comes back to haunt Seaver as well as the hanging breaking pitch. And it's a 2-2 ball game. Expos looking for another upset to advance. To the Sweet 16, just like that. It's 2-2. Seaver would love to have that pitch back. He wish there was a string on that ball. He didn't even look. He knew he hung it. Here's Ron Fairley, the former Dodger. He's still got some pop in his bat. He's 0 for 1. He flew out to left. 1 out, 2-2 ball game, thanks to Coco LeBoy. Fairley digs in that left-hander's batter's box. Seaver looking to regroup. Grody sets the target. The pitch to Ron Fairley. That's a 3-7. Right-handed pitcher, 3-7. Fairley gives it a ride to center field, but not far enough. Tommy Agee at the track makes the catch. 2 down, so Agee's caught 2 fly balls in this inning. Base is empty for the catcher, Ron Brand. Brand walked his first time up. The pitch to Brand from Seaver. Seaver fires in a 1-10. Righty matchup, 1-10. Sharply hit ball back at Seaver. He snares it. He throws to Clendenin, and the side is retired. But not before Coco LeBoy makes up for his error by smashing a 2-run homer. We're knotted at 2 as we go to the bottom of the 4th. Another great game in our 1-and-done 1969 tournament. These games have been absolutely fabulous. due up for the Mets in the bottom of the fourth. Jerry Grody, Bud Harrelson, and Wayne Garrett. At the ballpark, Todd B. Hope all is well. Thank you for joining us. So Brand made the last out. Stoneman will have a short leash as the Expos will try to mix and match to get through this game. Point of weakness check for him starts in the sixth. He's actually only given up one earned run, the home run to Art Shamsky. So here's Jerry Grody. Grody flew out to right. He's 0 for 1. Bill Stoneman is ready. He rocks and deals to Jerry Grody. 6-4 righty-righty matchup, and that's a shallow fly ball to left. Mac Jones comes in. He makes the catch. Grody's flown out for a second time. Bud Harrelson comes to the plate. Bud singled. Back in the second. Got all the way to third, but that's where he would stay. 1 out, no one on. Switch hitting Harrelson will bat lefty. Stoneman's going to try to overpower him. He rocks and fires, and that is a 2-8 to Buddy Harrelson. Right-handed pitcher, 2-8. Hard hit ball to short. Snaring it is Wine. He fires to fairly 2 away. So Harrelson grounds out to his counterpart. 2 outs, base is empty for Wayne Garrett. Garrett walked. On deck, Tom Seaver. Stoneman gets the ball back. Toes the rubber. Peers in at Brand. The pitch to Wayne Garrett. 5-6, pick up some sticks. Left-handed batter, 5-6, swing and a miss, and the side is retired. That's the 4th K for Stoneman as he stones Garrett. 1, 2, 3, go the Mets. We go to the top of the 5th, knotted at 2. What a ball game here at Shea. Due up for the Expos, Wine, Stoneman, and Klein. Well, that's a good question there, Todd B. Everyone's got a bit silly with logos and things that are supposedly bad. I'm not going to comment on that, but how come they're bad now, but we'll just say, 6 years ago or less they weren't? That's all I'll say. It's all a bunch of BS. Anyway, back to the ball game. It's unbelievable. You should really think how you're voting in this upcoming election. Because there's a side that's going to take all your rights away, my friends. I hope you see it, because I hope we stop it. Unfreaking believable. Here's Bobby Wine. He'll be followed by Stoneman. Wine lined out to third. It was a great reaction play by Garrett. Seaver deals to Wine. 2-2 ball game. 6-6, pick up some sticks. Righty-righty matchup. Fly ball to right. Shamsky has a beat on it. He makes the catch. 1 down. Think very carefully, folks. Think very carefully the way you vote in this upcoming presidential election. Because if you don't see it, I feel bad for you guys. I really do. You got to get out of this nonsense of, I vote this one way. There's a side out there that doesn't give a poop about your opinion. And if you really think about it, I've had this discussion with my friends and family, and they can think I'm nuts or whatever. I said, listen, think about your beliefs. You're voting for a side that doesn't believe in anything you believe in. It's amazing. But yet, they'll trudge to the election box and vote that certain way because, by golly, they've done it their whole life. Well, okay. Then you'll get more of the same with this nonsense of, this is bad, and we're going to tell you how to think, and so on and so forth. It's amazing to me. Amazing. I laugh. Think long and hard, people. Think long and hard. Because you're fooling yourself if you vote the same way you probably always have voted. Maybe you voted the way I voted. I'm just saying, if you believe in, well, the thought police and telling you how to think and telling you that socialism is good and rioters are protesters, by all means, vote that way. By all means. And America's bad, that's what they tell you. America's bad. I don't care if you've never voted a certain way. My God, you have to think about it. I never thought I was going to vote a certain way, but I thought about it. Here's the pitch to Stoneman. He's an awful hitter. 5'11". 5'11". So he's going to luck out. And Stoneman, weak right-handed batter. 5'11". He actually makes contact. Garrett's up with it. Throws to Clendenin, 2 down. And I just had to share my opinion because Todd B brings up an excellent point. He was probably kidding, but it's really silly. It's really silly. It's really silly that they're telling you things are bad when 6 years ago the same things existed, but they weren't bad. What changed? What changed? I know what changed. The BS. If you watch the news and you think that crap is real, I feel bad for you. I feel bad. Do your own research. Here's Ty Klein, top of the order. 1 for 2. He's doubled and grounded to first. Seaver deals to Klein. 1-6. 1-6. Right-handed pitcher. And that's ball 4, so Klein's on for a second time. And I'm sorry to bring that up. It really upsets me. I normally don't care how anyone votes, but my God, Jesus. If you hate America, vote a certain way. If we have problems, believe me, we have problems. But not like they say. So, and they will ruin you. Ruin you. Socialism does not raise up anybody. Here's the pitch to Gary Sutherland. Runner at first, 2 outs. Sutherland's sack bunt and grounded to third. 4-5 to Gary Sutherland. Righty-righty matchup. 4-5. Holy cow! Holy cow! Oh, wait. He is weak power. So that's a 4-5. And instead of a 2-run homer, it is going to be a single. 1 through 9 is a single for Gary Sutherland. Weak power against righties. Well, we know Tom Terrific is a righty. So it's not a 2-run homer. It's a single. And it's a single to left. Klein. There's 2 outs. He would have been held on because he's a C, so it's a +1, 1 through 15. Ball's hit to the left. AG has Jones has a -1 arm. 1 through 14. Staub's coming up. They will hold Klein at second. So Sutherland has singles. And if he had normal power, it would have been a 2-run homer. Seaver's really not fooling anyone right now. Hello, Sean. Hope all is well. Sean Shiflett. Wonderful human being. Here comes Lagrange, Rusty Staub. 2 outs, 2 on. 2-2 ball game. Deuce has gone wild. Staub has grounded out to first and flown out to center. Can he give the Expos the lead? Take care, Dave Little. Thank you for stopping by. The pitch to Lagrange, who will be on the 1973 Mets World Series team. 3-11. 3-11. Single to left. Rusty Staub singles to left on the 3-11. 2 outs. Klein would not be held close at second. because I would rather have the range. So that's a +2, 1 through 16, minus Cleon Jones, 1 arm, so it's 1 through 15. Expos trying to take the lead. Here's the throw from Cleon Jones, the Grody. 13, the run scores, and the Expos have taken the lead 3-2. Sutherland stops at second. Staub now 1 for 3 with a ribby. And the anxious moments continue here at Shea. It's now 3-2 Expos, first and second, 2 outs, and here comes the mayor of Jonestown, Mac Jones. Mac Jones, left-handed batter. Jones has struck out and walked. He scored on the Coco LaBoy 2-run homer back in the 4th. 3-2 Expos. Seaver's got to stop it here and now. He rocks and fires to Mac Jones. 6-11 to the mayor of Jonestown. Left-handed batter, 6-11. Fly ball to right field and Art Shamsky. Shamsky's a 4 range, and that's a 1. He will not make that catch. Holy cow, here come the Expos. Oop, I had the right side. So Shamsky's in right. That's a 4-1. And that's going to get by Shamsky for a triple. Unbelievable. The mayor of Jonestown, Mac Jones, clears the bases as Shamsky made a diving bid for it. He missed it. Sutherland scores from second. Staub scores all the way from first. And Mac Jones slides into third safely, clapping his hands. He's just picked up 2 ribbies. And it's now 5-2 Expos. Holy cow. The fans here at Shea are in total disbelief. And he's given up 5 runs in under 2 innings. Let me just double check. I think that might be... No, it's 6 in 2 innings. Okay, he gives up 1 more run as the Mets frantically get their bullpen up, and they didn't think they were going to have to do this with Tom Terrific on the mound. Holy cow, the Expos looking to upset another top-tier team. Jones stands at third, 2 outs. Jerry Grody goes out to have a word with Seaver. Here comes the pitching coach. He says he's fine. Here's Coco LaBoy. LaBoy hit a 2-run homer. His last at-bat, prior to that, he grounded out to second. He's 1 for 2. The pitch to Coco LaBoy. Mac Jones at third. That's 5s across the board. 5-10 for Coco LaBoy. 5-10. Ground ball to short. Harrelson's up with it. Throws to Don Clendenin, and the side is retired. But the Expos strike for 3, and it's all 2-out damage. After Wine flew out to right, Stoneman grounded to third. He had a walk to Klein, a single to Sutherland. First and second, Staub singled, scoring Klein from second. And then Mac Jones tripled, knocking in Sutherland and Staub. A shocked fan base here at Shea. 5-2, bottom of the 5th. The Expos looking to do it again. They upset the Pirates 8-6. Now they're putting up some more runs. And it's Seaver to lead things off. Then the top of the order, Boswell and Agee. So Coco LaBoy made the last out. Bottom of the 5th. Stoneman now has a 3-run lead. Steve Renko starts to loosen in the Expos bullpen. Do they pinch hit for Seaver? That's the question. He does not give up 6 runs in 2 innings. Let's see what it is for 3 innings. It's probably 7. It is 7. I think you got to stick with Seaver and hope he rights the ship. Mets have a pretty good bullpen. They won 100 games. They're going to stick with Seaver. Hopes he rolls off the Bill Stoneman card. The pitch from Stoneman to his counterpart, Tom Terrific. That's a 1-9, and that is a swing and a miss. K number 4 for Stoneman. Seaver's now 0 for 1. He had a sack bunt his first time up. So we stuck with Seaver, and I think that's what they would do. It's only a 2-run deficit. A 3-run deficit, excuse me. They're going to hope Seaver rights the ship. Top of the order, Kenny Boswell reached on an error and scored and struck out. He's 0 for 2. Stoneman picks up the sign from Brand, the windup and the pitch to Kenny Boswell. 3-3, what will it be? We shall see. 3-3, right-handed pitcher. And that is a walk. So the Mets get a desperately needed base runner. Second time Boswell's been on, this time via the free pass, the first time on the error by Coco LeBoy. And here's Tommy Agee. Agee could jack one out and bring the Mets to within 1. He had 26 homers and 76 ribbies while batting .271 in 1969. 1 out, 1 on. Stoneman hoping for the pitcher's best friend, the double play. Agee hoping to jack it out of Shea. The windup and the pitch to Tommy Agee. That's a 5-7 righty-righty matchup. 5-7 ground ball, second base, range check, fielding check, and Sutherland's a 3, and that's a 19. This could be a double play. A 3 and a 19. Sutherland's up with it. He pivots, throws to Wine, relay throw to Fairley. Double play. The side is retired. Stoneman induces the double play ball off the Tommy Agee bat, 4-6-3. Stoneman puts up another goose egg. Holy cow. As the Expos start counting outs, they're up 5-3, top of the 6th. Point of weakness check will start in the bottom of the 6th for Stoneman. Another surprising game in our 1969 1-and-done tournament. This is the Sweet 16 round. The Mets didn't play in round 1. They're one of the top 8 teams. Due up in the top of the 6th, Fairley, Brand, and Wine. So here's Ron Fairley, 0 for 2. He's flown out twice. Seaver on a very short leash. The pitch from Seaver to Fairley, that's a 4-6. Pick up some sticks. Left-handed batter, 4-6 and a 14. That's a shot down the right field line. Shamsky on the run. He makes the dive and the sliding catch in the corner. What a catch by Art Shamsky. 1 down. Again, 4-6. Would have been a triple 1 or 2. We rolled a 14. It's a great play in the corner by Shamsky. And boy, did the Mets need that. 1 out. Here's the catcher, Ron Brand, for the Expos. He has walked and grounded out. Brand digs in the right-hander's batter's box. Seaver has not fooled anyone tonight. Grody sets the target. The pitch to his counterpart, Brand. 6-8. Righty-righty matchup. 6-8. Jam shot. Pop-up. Left side. Garrett, Harrelson, Harrelson calls for it. He makes the catch, 2 away. So 2 outs, base is empty. For the shortstop, Bobby Wine. Wine 0 for 2. He lined out hard to third and has flown out to Shamsky in right. On deck, Stoneman. The pitch to Wine. Seaver fires in. A 4-9 righty-righty matchup. 4-9. Swing and a miss. He overpowers Wine. He puts up a goose egg. Mets desperately needed that. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 5-2. Excuse me. Expos. I'll take a sip of water in a minute. Point of weakness check starts for Stoneman. He has pitched 5 solid innings, only given up 1 earned run, 2 runs in total. Due up for the Mets, Shamsky, who made that outstanding diving catch in the corner. Cleon Jones and Don Clendenin. If anyone gets on, the catcher, Jerry Grody. Water is good. Here's Art Shamsky, 1 for 2, fielder's choice, and a home run. Can Shamsky do it again? Stoneman rocks and deals to Shamsky. 4-8. Left-handed batter. 4-8. Ball 4. So Shamsky gets on. And again, the Mets down 3, need base runners. You can't hit a 3-run homer if no one's on base. So if you get another walk and a hit or any combination of those two, Stoneman will hit point of weakness. Carol Sembera, no wins, 2 losses, 3.55 earned run average, 2 saves. He walked more than he struck out. Yeah, he's not coming in. Dan Mcgann, who saved the game, though he was shaky against the Pirates. I don't know if he did get the save, because they were up. They gave up 2 runs. It would have been 4 runs. No, he didn't get the save in that game. He's a lefty. Roy Face, 4-2 with 5 saves, 3.94. What's Renko? So Roy Face, he can go 2 innings. Mcgann, I just don't like Sembera. 24 walks, 15 Ks. I mean, that's not good. Dan Mcgann gets back up in the bullpen, as he only went 2/3 in this first tournament game. He's all set. He can go 4 innings. So Dan Mcgann gets up. And he threw 132 innings out of the pen. He struck out 112, 65 walks. So Dan Mcgann is up in the pen. Got that card ready. Shamsky's at first. Very short leash on Stoneman. And here comes Cleon Jones. Jones has a sac fly for a ribby, and he's grounded out to the pitcher. So he's 0 for 1. Stoneman trying for his 3rd double play ball. Did he have an? He had that one, 4-6-3. No, his 2nd double play ball. The pitch to Cleon Jones from Bill Stoneman. That's a 4-5. Righty-righty matchup. 4-5. Hard hit ball to short. Up with it is Wine. Tosses to Sutherland on to Fairley. Double play. 6-4-3. As you can hear the moans and groans here at Shea. Let's double check. That's a 4-5 righty-righty matchup. And 4-5 ground ball shortstop A. 6-4-3. So 2 outs, base is empty. Mcgann, I think I said Mcgann. Mcgann continues to toss in the Expos bullpen. Here's Don Clendenin, the first baseman. Clendenin has flown to center and struck out. Stoneman, very confident on that mound. He deals to Don Clendenin. 4-11 to Don Clendenin. Righty-righty matchup. 4-11. Swing and a miss. So Stoneman feeling his oats. 2nd time he's rung up Clendenin. The side is retired. Stoneman gets through 6. 5-2 Expos. Unbelievable. Stoneman will possibly lead things off in the top of the 7th. Then the top of the order, Klein and Sutherland. Tom Seaver back up on the bump. So Bill Stoneman out-dueling Tom Seaver. Stoneman 11-19 with a 4.39. That's how it goes. Mcgann is ready. And again, he can go 4 innings in relief. We're going to pinch hit for Bill Stoneman. So Stoneman does his JOB. He goes 6 innings, 2 runs, only 1 was earned. And he struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 New York Metropolitans. Dan Mcgann will come in. Now let's just set that up real quick. This would be a shocking upset. I mean, I thought when they upset the Pirates, that was shocking. They put 8 up on the Pirates to win 8-6. They held on for that 8-6 win. Now they're up 5-2 against the Mets. So here's Dan Mcgann. He'll take the mound when... And no, he's not in. He's not going to hit. I just write him in now. So we'll go to pinch hitter now for the Expos. Yeah, Stoneman gets congratulations in the dugout, but he knows, as well as the Expos know, the game's not over yet. And it'll be Jose Herrera, 286 and 126 at-bats, 2 homers and 12 runners knocked in to do the pinch hitting. So here's Jose Herrera to face... Ooh, he is not good again. Well, if you hit that 3 column... Other than that, that's... 3 column is really good for Jose Herrera. Hits 1 or 2, he is out. He has 1 split on the 1. And he only had 18% of his at-bats against righties, and he has weak power, so he's not coming into pinch hit. Let's go down the line. Jim Fairley, 49 at-bats, 286. Let's see. Yeah, 99% of his at-bats were against righty, and he's a lefty, and he has normal power. So it's going to be Jim Fairley, not Jose Herrera. We'll save him. Oh my God, they have Bob Bailey on this team. Of course, that's when Bailey could play. Alrighty, so here's the pinch hitter. In the top of the 7th, pinch hitter, and it is Fairey, F-A-I-R-E-Y, Fairey? I guess that's the way you pronounce it. Fairey. All right, so here's Fairey, left-handed batter. Here's the pitch from Seaver to Jim Fairey. And that's a 4-2. How do you do? 4-2. Hard hit ball to first. Up with it is Clendenin. He races to the bag, and that's out number 1. That's a big out. One out, top of the order. And that brings up Ty Klein. Klein has doubled, grounded out to first, walked, and scored. Digs in the left-hander's batter's box. The pitch from Seaver to Ty Klein. 3-9, right-handed pitcher. 3-9, single to left. Again, Seaver just not fooling anybody tonight. Klein's at first with 1 out. C. Steeler, he'll be held on. Here's Gary Sutherland. Seaver needs to toss a double play ball here. Sutherland, sack bunt, ground out to third, and he's singled and scored, so he's 1 for 2. The pitch from Seaver to Sutherland. He fires in, trying to jam him a 2-8. 2-8. Ground ball to third. Garrett over to Boswell. On to first. Not in time. So they get the lead runner, Klein. And there's 2 outs. Reaching on the fielder's choice is Sutherland. And that goes 5-4. So 2 outs. Sutherland at first. Not a base-stealing threat. So they're not going to hold him on. They want the range from Clendenin. And he'll be a +2, so it'll be 1 through 14. Here's Rusty Staub, La Grande à l'Orange. 1 for 3, but his one hit was a big one. He knocked in a run. It was a game-tying run. Staub awaits the Seaver offering. Pitch homeward bound to the La Grande à l'Orange. 2-7. 2-7. Staub lifts it to center. Waiting to make the catch is Agee, and the side is retired. So Seaver puts up a desperately needed goose egg. We go to the bottom of the 7th, 5-2 Expos. The new pitcher is Dan Mcgann. And his hitting card is a 6. So let's just get that out. He might actually hit for himself. I think the higher the pitcher's hitting cards go, the better. That is not horrific. There's actually a home run on here, 1 through 16. And a clean home run on a 12 in the column, too. So, wow. You could use him as a pinch hitter. Okay, so Sutherland's done. Ferry's day's done. Hitter's card number 1 goes over here. Number 6. Like that. Mcgann will face Grody, Harrelson, and Garrett. Time's getting short for the Mets. They trail by 3. Mcgann is a left-handed pitcher. Again, he can go 4 innings of relief. Grody's 0 for 2. He's flown out twice. The pitch from Mcgann to Jerry Grody. 5-9. 5-9. Right-handed batter. 5-9. Ground ball to short. Fielding check. Line is a 3, and that's a 20. He should make this play. 3-20. Winds up with it. Throws to Fairley. And that's out number 1. Grody's 0 for 3. Here comes Bud Harrelson. Harrelson, the shortstop, is singled and grounded to short. 1 for 2. Switch hitter now batting righty. Actually, he was batting righty before. No, he was batting lefty before. So he's batting righty. The pitch to Bud. 2-8. That was a 5. 2-8 to Bud Harrelson. Left-handed pitcher, 2-8. Ground ball to short. Rinse and repeat. Wine fires to first. Second time Harrelson's grounded out to his counterpart. 2 down. And the Mets fans getting that uneasy feeling. This will be a shocker. It's not over yet, but it's not looking good. Lefty-lefty matchup here. Garrett. And Garrett needs to hit that 1 column. See what the Mets have. Of course, their backup, or the other third basemen are awful. Can Boswell go over to play third? I remember in my computer game he could. Let's check something here. See if Boswell can go over to play third. Yeah, he's an E34. 3 rain. No, he can't. He cannot. Not in this. So in 69, he never did. All right. I think I have him in 73. I think he can, but I could be wrong. So let's just see here. Well, Ed Charles actually is a 3 and an E27. He's not horrible. That's slightly, you go from a 2 to a 3. Duffy Dyer's the backup catcher. Or a catcher. He's one of the backups. Batted .257. He's a little better against lefties. Ed Kranepool's a lefty, so you're not bringing him in. I think Ron Swoboda is a lefty, too. No, he's a righty. Ron Swoboda. He's got a home run. They're going to pinch hit Duffy Dyer. Ed Charles will come into play third. So here comes Duffy Dyer. Garrett is lifted for the pinch hitter. Seaver will be lifted for a pinch hitter also, if Duffy Dyer gets on. And here comes Duffy Dyer. Charles over there. 2 outs, base is empty. So Mcgann faces the pinch hitter, Duffy Dyer. So in the 7th, with 2 outs, pinch hitter, Dyer. Pinch hits for Garrett. All right, here we go. Mcgann deals to Duffy Dyer. 6-7. 6-7, ball 4. So Duffy Dyer works a walk, keeps the inning alive. 2 outs, Dyer's at first. Oops. And that will be the day for Tom Seaver. Seaver's in line to lose it. Seaver went 7 innings. Gave up 5 earned runs. And Tom Terrific struck out only 3. 1, 2, 3. Not a terrific outing for Tom. Now we go back to the bench. And the call will go to Ron Swoboda. Swoboda, 235, 9 homers, 52 ribbies. He's a right-handed batter. So the Mets sent up their second pinch hitter. Swoboda. Expos will stick with Mcgann as Face continues to warm in the pen. 2 outs, 1 on. If Swoboda can take one out of the ballpark here at Shea, it'll be a 5-4 game. Mcgann has a word with Brand. Back behind the plate goes Brand. Squats down, sets the target. Good night, Todd. Thank you for stopping by, my friend. The pitch to Ron Swoboda. Runner at first, 2 outs. 5-6, right-handed batter. 5-6, ground ball to short. Up with it is Wine. He throws to Fairley, and the side is retired. We go to the top of the 8th, 5-2 Expos. And we'll need a new pitcher. So Swoboda's gone. We'll just keep the pitcher. Duffy Dyer's gone. Ed Charles will come in to play third. So Charles, third base, he's a 3. E27. C Stealer, D Bunter, D hit and run. C, D, D. And 1 through 14 base runner. So Charles comes in to play third. We're just going to keep the pitcher's hitting card here. It might not be the right one. We'll deal with that later. And Boswell will lead things off. And who will the new pitcher be? Seaver's in line for the loss. And as there's no tomorrow, this is a shocker. We're going to go with Tug McGraw. McGraw, the lefty. Due up Jones, LeBoy, and Fairley. Tug McGraw, 9-3, 2.24. With 12 saves. He had 4 starts also. And he can go 4 innings, but he just has to right the ship now. Keep it a 3-run deficit. So here's Tug McGraw in relief to a very ineffective Tom Seaver. In relief for an ineffective Tom Seaver. All right, here's Mac Jones, lefty-lefty matchup. Jones struck out, walked, and scored, then tripled in 2 runs. Top of the 8th. The windup and the pitch from McGraw to Mac Jones. 2-7. Lefty-lefty matchup. 2-7. Swing and a miss. So McGraw gets his first batter. 1 down. That brings up the right-handed batting Coco LeBoy, who hit a 2-run homer. Before that, he grounded his second. After that, he grounded his short. 1 for 3. McGraw deals quickly to Coco LeBoy. 1-5 to Coco LeBoy. Left-handed pitcher. 1-5, and that's a single to center. 1 out, 1 on. LeBoy will not be held on. E-Stealer. Here's the lefty, Ron Fairley. McGraw hoping for the double play ball. Fairley is 0 for 3. Was robbed of extra bases on the great catch by Art Shamsky in the right field corner. Pitch homeward bound to Ron Fairley. McGraw tosses up a 4-6. Pick up some sticks. Lefty-lefty matchup. 4-6. Ground ball to first. Clendenin throws to Harrelson. Back to Clendenin. Double play. The inning's over. 3-6-3. So a great job by Tug McGraw. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 5-2 Expos. Top of the order for the Mets. Boswell, Agee, and Shamsky to face Dan Mcgann. Do we want any defensive changes? The boy's a 4. You don't want to take those bats out of the lineup, though. All right, here's Kenny Boswell. He's reached on an error and scored, struck out and walked. Lefty-lefty matchup. It's got to hit that 3 column. It's got to hit the 3 column. Basically the same against righties, except he's got a couple of walks in the 2 column. We already used Swoboda. Bobby fell. Let's just look at him real quick. We're going to stick with Boswell. Lefty-lefty matchup. Hope he rolls a 3. Mcgann deals to Boswell, and that's a 5-8. 5-8, and it's a single! He takes that breaking pitch, and he singles to right. 1 through 19 is a single. We rolled an 11. So Boswell singles. First hit of the game for Kenny Boswell. Now bring up Tommy Agee. Mets aren't dead yet. Roy Face continues to warm. He might be ready. The pitch to Agee. Agee has been hit by a pitch, struck out, and banged into a double play. 1 out, no one on. Brand goes through the signs. Mcgann nods his head. The leg kick and the pitch to Agee. 4-6. Pick up some sticks. Right-handed batter. 4-6. Ball 4. Boswell goes to second. Agee advances on the free pass. No outs, 2 on. Tying run comes to the plate in Art Shamsky. They're going to stick with the lefty-lefty matchup and hope that Shamsky bangs into a double play. Holy cow, here we go. Here come the Mets down 3. Bottom of the 8th, 2 on, no outs. Shamsky at the plate. He is 1 for 2. Reached on a fielder's choice, hit a home run, and walked. Expos set the defense. Here's the pitch to Art Shamsky. 3-8. 3-8. Ground ball to first. Fairley has it. He throws to Wine. Relay throw to Fairley. Not in time. They get the middle runner. Agee, he's out. Boswell advances to third. Shamsky reaches again on a fielder's choice. This time 3-6 as he beats out the double play ball. So Boswell goes to third. Agee is out. Shamsky's at first. Once again, the tying run comes to the plate. This time it's Cleon Jones. He has a sac fly for Herrera. He's grounded out and banged into a 4-6-3 double play. Expos will give up the run for the outs. 5-3 Montreal. Mcgann has been a bit shaky. And they're going to go to Roy Face. Will they go double switch? You'd have to take Brand, the catcher, out. Really don't have to go double switch if they maintain the 3-run lead. Here comes Roy Face. And let's look to see who our catcher is. John Bocabella. Yeah, no. Actually, +2. Brand has a +2 arm. And he's a 3E4. 1 through 3 throwing error. Okay, maybe. Bateman, 4E6. He had 235 at-bats, but we're looking for the defense right now. Double switch. So Brand will go out. The pitcher... We're not taking Wine out. Oh, no, it'd have to be Fairley. What the hell am I saying? Forget that. No double switch. No double switch. It would be Fairley we have to take out. No double switch. Face will be the third batter. In the ninth. In the top of the ninth. That's it for Mcgann. Here comes Roy Face. We'll give him the purple pen. John Bocabella will not come in on a double switch. So Dan Mcgann won in a third innings. He's responsible for Boswell at third and Shamsky at first. And here's Roy Face. To face Cleon Jones. Face 4-2, 394 with 5 saves. Third pitcher for the Expos. He's a righty. Righty matchup. The pitch to Cleon Jones. Face hoping for the double play ball. 6-5. 6-5. Ground ball to short. Fielding check. That's an 11. Wine is a 3, so it's going to be a 3-11. I think it's going to go to error check. It does. 3-11 goes to an error check. Wine is an E44. He'll need a miracle. He's going to boot this freaking ball. As we need, the Expos need a 10. Anything else is an error. A 2 is a split. But most likely that's an error. So, ground ball to win. And it's a 6. He boots the ball. 1 base error. Boswell scores from third. That run will be charged to Mcgann. Shamsky advances to second. Cleon Jones reaches on the E6. So it's first and second, 1 out, and it's now a 5-3 game. That run is unearned. Second unearned run that the Expos have given up. So Shamsky at second, 1 out. Cleon Jones at first. And now Ron Face will face Don Clendenton. Clendenton 0 for 3. Struck out twice and flown out to center. He now represents the go-ahead run at the plate. The tying run is at first. And Jones, a pretty good runner, 1 through 16. Shamsky, 1 through 11 at second. They're not holding him on. Here's the pitch to Don Clendenton from Roy Face, trying to keep the Expos ahead. 3-9. Righty, 3-9. Swing and a miss. 2 down. That is the third strikeout for Don Clendenton. He's 0 for 4 to the moans and groans of Mets fans. 2 outs, and here's Jerry Grody, the catcher. Grody 0 for 3. Can he come through in the clutch? Runners will be off on contact. So Shamsky's going to be a +2, 1 through 13 at second. Here's the pitch to Grody. Face fires in boxcars across the board. 6-12. 6-12. Ground ball back to Face. He is a 4 defender, and it's a 15. Four. 15 goes to an error check. He's an E0. He has it. Throws to first. And the side is retired. So Roy Face snares the hard hit ball back up the middle. Again, he's an E0. 2 through 12. You're out. The Mets get 1, but squander a golden opportunity. We go to the top of the 9th. 5-3 Expos. Tug McGraw back up on the bump. Face will bat third, and he will bat. And he is a number 3 weak right-handed batter. So let's get that card prepared. So that card, the number 1, goes over here. And number 3, that's not dreadful. So McGraw now trying to keep it a 2-run deficit and take it to the bottom of the 9th. Mets had an opportunity, and they went slip-sliding away. Expos looking for their second shocking upset. Sports Time Machine says, Mets running out of outs. And that means life in baseball. You are correct, our good friend, Mr. Utah Mike. So here's Ron Brand. Brand 0 for 2. He's walked once. McGraw deals to Brand. Will he brand him? That is a 5-5 right-handed batter. 5-5, and that's a walk. So he works his second walk. That's not what McGraw wanted to do there. Brand's on first. Here comes Bobby Wine. The shortstop is 0 for 3. He lined out to third. He's flown out to right, and he struck out. They're not holding Brand on. The windup and the pitch to Bobby Wine. McGraw fires in a 4-9. Right-handed batter, 4-9. Ground ball to short and Bud Harrelson. Harrelson's a 2, and that's a 3. Boy, is that some bad luck. Will he make the play on the 2-3? 2-3. Yes, he does. He snares it. He flips to Boswell, who throws on to Clendenton. Double play, 6-4-3. What a beautiful turn there. Started by Bud Harrelson. We'll double check. That's a 4-9. 4-9 ground ball X. That's a 3. And Harrelson's a 2. So we go to short. 2. Oh, shoot. I looked at the second baseman. Let me do this again. That's why we double check. 2-3 ground ball C. Not a ground ball A. I looked at second base by accident. Again, that's why we double check these things. So, there we go. 4-9. Off the McGraw card. 4-9 ground ball to short. Harrelson is a 2. That is a 3. Shortstop is here. So 2-3 ground ball C. Batter is out. Runners advance 1 base. So they get Bobby Wine at first. As Harrelson comes charging in. Brand goes to second. Wine's out 6-3. So there's 1 out. Runner at second. And Roy Face will bat. And he uses pitcher's hitting card number 3. He's a right-handed weak hitter. The pitch to Roy Face. He gets a 2 and a 2. And he's going to pop up to the first baseman, Clendenton. Again, we're not playing with injuries. So that's 2 down. As he pops out to first. Top of the order for Ty Klein. Lefty-lefty matchup. Klein has doubled, grounded out, walked and scored, and singled. So he is 2 for 3. McGraw deals to Klein. 2 outs. Brand will be off on contact at second. And that's a 1-9. Left-handed pitcher. 1-9. Fly ball, left field. That's going to be out number 3. Making the catch is Cleon Jones. The Expos strand a big run at second, but they still have a 5-3 lead. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Mets 3 outs away from elimination. Expos 3 outs away from an improbable advance to the Elite 8. The boys a 4 E27. Wine, that E44 is a killer. Quick look. Again, I don't think we have anyone better to put at short. That's the Mets. Hermoso, 4E80. Yeah, no. Yeah, we don't have anyone better. We don't even have anyone better to put at third defensively. Bailey, third base, E23. Yeah, you don't want to. Phillips, center field. Herrera, nope. 40-37. All right, you can't really make any defensive changes there. I didn't think we could because I play the best players. Here we go. Roy Face 3 outs away from pitching the Expos into an improbable Elite Eight matchup. They've already upset Pittsburgh, and now they're up 5-3. 5-3 as we go to the bottom of the ninth. Mets need 2 to tie, 3 to win. It's going to be Harrelson, Charles, and a pinch hitter for Tug McGraw. Bud Harrelson is 1 for 3, singled and grounded out twice to short. Switch hitting Harrelson will hit lefty. Roy Face picks up the sign for Brand. The pitch to Buddy Harrelson. 1-7. 1-7. Oops, we knocked over the helmets. Right-handed pitcher. 1-7. Swing and a miss. Fools Harrelson badly on the breaking pitch. That's a second strikeout for Face. Mets down to 2 outs of life. Holy cow. Ed Charles. Actually, his card's not horrific. Wants the 1 column. Has a couple of things he can get on with the 2 column against right-handed pitching. And again, I don't really think we have anyone. Well, we do. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I guess we'll worry about who the hell plays third later. Al Weiss. Okay, Al Weiss could play third. So Eddie Kranepool will grab a bat. He's a left-handed batter. So Ed Kranepool grabs a bat. Then we'll have to have a pinch hitter for McGraw, but now you got to get that tying run on. So Ed Charles is lifted. He's done. And here comes Eddie Kranepool. Ed Kranepool. Third pinch hitter for the Mets, and it comes in the bottom of the ninth. Ninth pinch hitter. Kranepool. This is going to be a shocker, folks, if the Expos hold on. So Kranepool bats for Charles, who doesn't swing the stick at all. He just comes in as a replacement. One Garrett got pinch hit for by Dyer. Alrighty, here's Eddie Kranepool. 1 out, no one on. He's got to get on to bring the tying run to the plate. The pitch from Face to Kranepool. 5-4. 5-4. Fly ball, shallow center field. Had it been a 5-5, we would have had a homer. But it's a 5-4. And it's a fly ball, shallow center. Coming in to make the catch is Klein. 5-4. Left-handed batter. Fly ball center field. We did our double check. 2 down. It comes down to a pinch hitter, as Tug McGraw will not bat. A shocking upset, 1 out away, folks. Holy cow. Mets fans in absolutely disbelief here at Shea. Wow. And here comes Bobby Fell. 232. So Bobby Fell has to get on to take it to the top of the order, and Kenny Boswell Can Bobby Fell do it? Pinch hitting for McGraw. This is the 4th pinch hitter for the Mets in this game. Pinch hitter. I think it's Fell. I'm not quite sure. It's P-F-I-E-L. Fell? I don't know. So again, I apologize for a mispronunciation, but I don't know how to pronounce. I'm not sure how to pronounce that gentleman's name. Rob RJL is already congratulating the Expos. Oh boy. It's up to Bobby Fell to take it to Kenny Boswell. Roy Face, Expos on the top step of the dugout. Up 5-3, 2 outs, bases empty. Face looks in at Brand. He nods his head. The leg... File. Thank you, Tony from Cards&Dice TV. File. Bobby File. Thank you very much. So here's Bobby File. I appreciate that. Big Mets fan. That Card&Dice TV. Our good friend Tony. Can Bobby File do it here? The pitch from Face to File. 1-4. 1-4 and a 7-line shot to third. The leap by LeBoy. He makes the catch. The game is over. 1-4 righty-righty matchup single. If we roll to 1, we roll to 7. And that is a line out to the leaping Coco LeBoy. Holy cow. Holy cow. The Expos have done it again. First, they knock out the Pirates 8-6. And now they do in the Mets 5-3. The wild and wacky continues in our 1-and-done 1969 tournament. The Expos, the unlikely Expos, advance to the Elite 8. Unbelievable. Wow. The winning pitcher is Stoneman. He went 6 innings, 2 runs, only 1 was earned. He struck out 6. Mcgann went an inning and 1/3. And Face picks up the save as he goes an inning and 2/3. Unbelievable. So Mcgann, he gave up 1 run. Mcgann gave up 1 run. And was that earned or not? I think that one was earned, but we'll check anyway. So he gave up 1 run. 5-3. Again, winning pitcher, Stoneman. And I think you got to give player of the game. We're going to have co-players of the game. Stoneman, the pitcher. The loss goes to Tom Seaver. He was not bueno. 7 innings, 5 runs. They were all earned. He only struck out 3. McGraw goes the final 2. Doesn't give up anything. And Tug McGraw struck out 1. So the Mets are bumped out by the 5th. The Mets were the 2 seed, and they get bumped out by the 15 seed Expos. Again, the Expos had to win their way in. The top 8 teams had a bye, and now we've seen 1 gone. So it's 1-and-done for the Mets, and they're in shock. The Expos have now won 2 games in this tournament. They advance to the Elite 8. Who knows who the heck we're pitching in game in the Elite 8 for the Expos. But they don't care. They're happy to be there. They're playing with house money, as they say. So player of the game is Bill Stoneman. And then you have Mac Jones, the mayor of Jonestown, tripled in 2 runs. He was 1 for 3. LeBoy had a 2-run homer, but he made an error. Yeah, Staub knocked in a run. Stoneman, player of the game. Winning pitcher. Great effort by Stoneman. So there you have it. A huge upset. That is a huge upset. Unbelievable. Expos win 5-3. They advance to the Elite Eight. This has been the wild and wacky 1969 one-and-done tournament. I appreciate your time. Stay safe. Be smart. God bless. You know what's coming, folks. Peace. The Expos move on in a shocker.